Ooh, why do you always crash?
Why don't you take the train?
Why don't you change your habits? They ask. For many, it is because of the comfort, the status, the convenience, and the freedom. Is that the reality?
For most urbanites, this is not the reality. In some places in Los Angeles during peak rush hour, it takes about 2 hours to travel 35 kilometers. In Montreal, the average car commuter spends 50 hours annually sitting in traffic. That's over 2 full days. Not only is this extremely frustrating and stressful, but more time in traffic results in more sedentary lifestyles and an increase in greenhouse gas emissions.
So why aren't people taking transit? It doesn't help that people think of transit like this, or this, or even this.
So I got a ticket for not riding in the bike lane, but often there are obstructions that keep you from properly riding in the bike lane.
Personal characteristics also have a large influence on how people perceive transit, and as a result, whether they take it or not. A 2014 study from Montreal found that transit mode share is generally much lower for people with children than for people without. Also, if someone lives with more people who drive to work, there is a greater chance that they will too.
How someone grows up impacts whether they take transit or not. Whether learning it in school or from their parents, people have most likely retained their perception of active transport from their youth. Studies have found that the amount of public transport someone experiences in their youth correlates with how much that person uses transit as they age.
Other mentalities, such as perception of crime and care for the environment, affect how often people take active transport, among various other characteristics and elements of people's personalities. However, people's perception of transit and active transportation is not always negative.
Dubai residents don't have to face the daily nightmare of having to sit in their car and stare at the endless rows of traffic. People tell us they're happy to leave their private cars and hop onto a metro. Some have even sold their cars because it's a great alternative to driving or hiring a cab.
I love it because it's very clean and it's very frequent in the rush hours. So that's what's good about it.
I see it as a simple way to go anywhere, even that I have a car and sometimes I use the metro more than I drive in my car.
I used to own a car. I sold the car once the metro started running up.
So what has and can be done to increase the appeal of transit and active modes? The key is making it accessible, reliable, attractive, safe, and comfortable.
There has also been an interest in using grassroots organizations to create pedestrian-friendly environments. The America Walk organization urges the creation of walkable communities, ideally with the end goal of incorporating pedestrian-friendly policies in cities.
Not all personal characteristics can be satisfied. Some people will drive no matter what, but transit-friendly policies can get people out of cars. Governments should focus on making transit appealing and accessible, especially for younger generations who have the potential to carry these habits with them into the future.
Bus rapid transit, which is what we're proposing on Surface Street, it looks really great. I can get you a sexy bus. If you want a sexy bus, we are going to sell sexy buses. That is great.